15 tabs up here. We're gonna chop it up. So basically, I want to talk on Haney Norman. That's the first one I got pulled up, like what they've been doing lately in training and the hype leading up to it, because you're getting real close, right? A few weeks out, like 2.5 weeks out. So I want to chop it up on that, because that's a fight.
2 weeks out. They probably the 22nd. They probably the 22nd, 2 weeks away.
Right. Well, I mean, I said the half because it's not the weekend quite yet.
They should be leaving. As a matter of fact, if it's 2 weeks, they should be leaving for Saudi like this week, maybe.
Right, to get acclimated. I wouldn't do it like Martin McCauley and get knocked on my ass. Yeah. Take some time to acclimate. You know, we got all kind of examples historically. Lennox Lewis didn't acclimate to, what was it, South Africa, or whatever that high elevation was. Got his ass rocked.
By he was doing the movie. He was doing that movie, Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11, exactly. Yep, you got it.
Getting his movie back.
Hey, real quick, let me do a roll call. Everyone in the building so far. I said Kalia. Shout out E-Rock. We got Dwayne. Shout out Dwayne Styles. I think I was chopping up with you on Johnny's panel. I don't know if it's the same Dwayne, but yeah. Shout out Dwayne. Okay. And all right. That's it for right now. But okay, let's dive into the content with no more nonsense. Let me share the screen. 1 second. Boom. Okay, so this is some recent footage. It's on the Ring Magazine page. Y'all, please be patient with me. I'm still getting used to this. I will have shit chopped up more neatly. You won't have all the comments on the side, but I'm brand new in the game, less than 3 months, so have a little patience. But I'm gonna show you all this footage of his training, how he's getting ready, and his mindset. More importantly, his mindset going into the fight. So let's get started. Oh, audio isn't coming through, huh? Nope. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna reload this.
Two. Go out there and be crazy. Work so hard they say, what the you doing? I'm being me. I mean, this is the most beautiful run ever. I mean, you see how it was when we first got here with dark. Sun started coming out, so y'all know by the end of that run, you hit that little stride, them hills start hitting. Got the sun coming out. Ain't nothing more peaceful. Ain't nothing more beautiful.
Hey, fair use. It reminds me of my run earlier today. I was running in the rain. I'm not trying to, obviously, he's training way harder than me, but I was running in the rain with Champ. Shout out Champ on my side. We put in about, I don't know, 10. A soft 10 today. Let's go.
I'll tell you, just come out here, you get you one good run in a week. That's all you need. One good run, 5 miles. I don't care how fast, I don't care how slow. Just get it in your system, you know what I'm saying? It'll learn you something about life. It'll teach you about yourself. When them hills start hitting, you're going to find out who you really are. How you going to quit? You're going to keep going. You feel me? So now that's why you all got to go right back into the pain. Go right back into that hurt. Keep asking yourself those questions and keep answering them each and every time. Am I enough? Am I good enough? Can I do it? Well, goddamn it, I just did it. After a crazy ass workout yesterday. And guess what? I have to do it after a crazy ass workout today. So I think I am able.
Everybody. Okay, cool. I'm gonna give my reflection and I want y'all's opinion. Just a little short, Instagram short, but again, I can relate with the running because no one is making you run. You feel me? So it's like if you boxing, I'm not saying it's the same thing at all. Higher weight level, higher danger with boxing, but if you boxing, somebody's hitting you, the instinct is to hit back. When you're running out there on the road by yourself, like you see this footage, nobody's making you do that. You can stop at any time. So it really takes, it's the mindset is what I'm trying to get at. It's a mentality you got to be in to keep running, even though you're fucking tired. You already been in the gym for hours, and now you got to do road work to get your cardio, your conditioning up. That takes a lot of dedication. I know every fighter does road work, but I like how he spoke on it. I want to hear what y'all got to say about that. Mo, Shelton, anybody?
Yeah, one thing that I really noticed from this video, and I haven't seen this video yet, is looking at the musculature on Norman's legs, like his fucking calves, bro. And that's one of the things that really worries me for Haney is that he looks like he has like the muscle on his legs reminds me of Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Where he's like one of those guys that can really pounce in really fast. Mm-hmm. And the fact that for whatever reason there's this fan narrative that somehow he's like slow on his feet is pretty crazy to me. Like, I mean, just look at him, look at his running. I mean, look at his fucking legs, dude. He looks like he has that kind of build. where he's more springier on his step, just like Pacquiao used to be. He would just hop in and hop out, and then he'd be able to cut angles, stuff like that. One thing you bring that up about doing road work is really interesting. If you look at the history of boxing, the way the kind of orthodox opinion on road work has changed since like the golden days, like the 60s, 70s, 80s, where they would have guys running in the snow and running in combat boots and, you know, running 5 miles, 10 miles every morning, and they would just burn these guys out. Where now it seems like more often than not, it's the more exact opposite opinion where they have these fighters like Devin Haney that do less road work and more what is that, like strength and conditioning,
Skills training,
doing hurdles.
strength and conditioning.
Yeah, doing hurdles and different kind of like reactionary things.
Agility.
Like we've seen him do. Yeah, we've seen him do in his footage. I don't know if you have. I'm sure there's some out there. You know, like the Zone put some stuff out there from what I've seen where he's doing a lot of foot drills and a lot of stuff that you'd more likely see like a football player doing or like a basketball player doing.
No, I thought about bringing that up.
Very interesting.
Real quick, I'm gonna let you finish, but I thought about pulling up that footage. I did see some of the sideways hurdles, like high. I don't know how to describe it. You know what I'm talking about. But no, I didn't use that one. But I got some Haney footage later. I'm gonna be balanced. But yeah, I just wanted to start with the Norman because he's the less talked about, the less high profile fighter. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, but one thing in particular about the Norman camp and what I've seen, and I think it's really indicative of like their whole mindset, him as a fighter and his father as a trainer, and they really have a straight up, a real bare bones, like back to basics, very simple, at least from what I've seen, kind of training regimen. Like if you've seen pictures of the gym where they train at, it's like, geez, it's like the Rocky gym. Like there's shit hanging off of the walls and like the floor is like half tore up and shit like that. Like I think people are really underestimating how hungry this kid is, to the peril of Devin Haney. Oh, we can't hear you.
Talking with my mic muted. I got it. I caught up.
There you go.
Again, growing pains. But no, that hunger, I understand what you're talking about because they are both relatively young, I think within 3 years of each other, if I'm not mistaken. But since Devin is more accomplished, you got to give him that, right? Then Norman might have the edge in hunger, you know, when you've been starving your whole life and you see the opportunity, sometimes you seize it. I know I did. So that's what's up. Okay, cool. Shelton, you got anything to say about that Norman footage? That road work?
Yeah, man. I don't think Haney is as athletic as people say he is. I think people are just saying all this stuff about Haney because they know Haney more. This kid, you gotta look at what this kid's been through, man. You know, Top Rank was about to cut the kid. You know, when he lost when he had a no contest with Boca Chica. They weren't high on him. Then he had to quit and Randall fight. He won, but he didn't look impressive. So they sent him out to San Diego to fight the number one ranked guy in the WBO, Santillan, to lose. And he goes out there and stops that guy brutally. Right? Stops in 9 rounds. Then he comes back. He's angling for the Boots fight, but Boots is trying to say that I'm the champion and you got to take what I give you. And he's like, no, if you want me to come to Philly to fight you and I am the champion as well, you have to pay me more money. Or we can fight in Vegas for what you're offering. They said no. He moved on. He fought the Puerto Rican guy, knocked him out in 3 rounds. Then he came back, and this Jin Sasaki guy, he destroyed in 3 rounds. So this kid is not as bad a fighter as the masses want to make him out to be. This fight's going to be way more competitive than people think it's going to be. And I got this kid actually beating Devin Haney. Devin Haney, he doesn't do well when he's pushed, in my opinion. When he's pressured and pushed and made to fight, he doesn't do well.
Interesting. And
this guy isn't a 37-year-old Lomachenko. So I just think Brian Norman's going to be a little bit too much for Haney. And I think he's going to beat him.
Yeah, I was at that fight in San Diego, that Giovanni Santillan fight. And I think that fight's really overlooked by how big it was for his career, not only just in him being a champion, but I mean, I was there, and dude, that whole arena was booing Norman since the second he stepped out of the dressing room. Like, I mean, it was sent to. I mean, it's his hometown. They built it as this kid's homecoming. I mean, as far as I can see, they sent Norman in there to lose. You know,
I'm glad you brought that up, Mo. I want to let you land, but I want to let the audience know real quick that that's one of the. It's actually like the unique topic. Besides all the current news, the topic I had on top of my brain was, are homecoming fights good or bad for fighters overall? And I got some research I did. I got some examples. So, but go ahead. That's coming up later, y'all.
But I don't know what the odds were, but I think the general opinion was that Norman was supposed to lose that fight. It was I believe it was Navarrete was main eventing that.
It was 7-1.
Yeah, there you go. And then Santillan, it was
Navarrete was main event. It was the odds were 7-1.
Yeah, and Santillan was kind of like being built up by Top Rank to be their next big Mexican star in Southern California. I think Top Rank wanted for him to be the next guy that they'd be, booking in San Diego. They wouldn't have to rely on like the Valdezes and the Navarretes.
Mo, you got to remember, he had just come off of beating the brakes off of Rocha. He had just come off of beating the brakes off of Rocha. Remember that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think really I've heard Norman Sr. say this, and he talks a lot. He goes on all those shows, and he's always calling into these podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah, he does.
But I think there really is something to what he said, where he saw a noted change in the way Norman was dedicating himself to the sport before that fight, where it was like, and maybe it's just him growing into like his, whatever they say, like his man strength and him developing as an athlete and stuff like that. Maybe it's that as well. But it was like you said, like he had some lackluster performances against Boca Chica, where I believe it ended on a head clash. A lot of Haney fans have been pointing to the Quentin Randall fight, because Quentin Randall was like a slick kind of back foot boxer, and he was frustrating Norman a lot. And then ever since then, he's just kind of like, if you can see it in him, the kernel of like a great fighter, which is every fight he gets better and he gets a new wrinkle, he becomes more dynamic as a fighter. So I think this fight is really, really big, not only because it could be an entertaining fight, not only because it could be really like a fork in the road for both men's careers, but I think we're meeting like a flexion point in the sport of boxing, where the winner of this fight might be illustrative of where the sport is going to go. Like, is this going to be an era of Devin Haney, or is this going to be an era of Brian Norman?
Damn, you think it's that big? Okay, so you see in the title, I said, is Haney Norman underhyped? So I guess you wouldn't, not in your mind, but in the public perception, do you think it's underhyped? I mean, it's not even the main event, and you're talking about this is going to dictate where boxing.
Of course he is. Of course he's underhyped, but you can't expect him
I'm talking
to be the main event when you got David Benavidez on the card.
Not either fighter. The fight itself, is it underhyped? Is it like people? I don't want to say overlooked.
No, it's where it's supposed to be. You got David Benavidez on the card, CJ. You can't put this guy over a two-time 168-pound champion.
It's the bigger fight to me. The fight, not the opponent, not the name.
To you, but to you, it's the bigger fight. To the people that's putting it on.
Okay, hold on. Let me push back. Devin, former undisputed, two division champion. Norman, current champion. Devin coming up to challenge him. You know, after a lot of controversy, he said, "Fuck another tune-up. I'm ready to challenge the quote unquote man. The uncrowned not uncrowned, but you know what I'm saying. Like he's not undisputed, so it's not
right.
But
I got you.
The perceived man at 147, that's big time to me. Yard probably passed it. We've seen him take L's before, so my mind, this is a bigger fight. That's why I say
you got Benavidez,
put it up there.
But you got Benavidez, who's a 2-division champion as well, 68-75.
Yeah, but never undisputed. Go ahead, sell me.
Yeah, but you know, and Mo can tell you this. Hold on. And Mo can tell you this. They shitted on Haney's undisputed so bad, bro. They just shit all over it.
Yeah, with the franchise and all that.
That's how he got it. They shit all over it. Because of how he got it. And the guy he beat for it.
Hey, only time I see him take a quote unquote L, the dude was on PEDs. So I'm willing to give him a second chance, but I'm somewhere in between. Let me say it like this. So I spoke on what Mo was saying. Now let me speak on what you were saying earlier about this fight, Shelton. I put a small amount of bread. It wasn't no rack. I put 100 on Norman because that's what my head says. But my heart, and I said this across multiple podcasts, my heart says Haney because he was hated on, to your point. That's why I brought that up. They hated on him from way back from Undisputed to the Loma fight, saying that was some bullshit, which it could have gone either way if we're being, objective about it. Anyway, from that to the fucking, when he got fucking cheated, the PEDs against the racist motherfucker, he's been so hated on, and mainly because of his pops, I think. But all this bullshit he's been through, I'm like, man, I wouldn't be mad if he came back and snatched his crown back. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at with it. Hey, shout out CT in the chat. Y'all got it.
Oh, it would be a great story. Bro. But the problem for Haney is it.
You broke
Haney
up
always looks big against all guys. When he fights guys his own size, his own weight, his own age, he doesn't look too good.
And you got to sit still somewhere, CT. You're always walking around and your service is spotty. I'm not clowning, but it's just I think I heard what you said. He fights a guy smaller.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you hear that?
He fights smaller guys?
What I said was Haney always looks great against small guys. But when he fights guys his own age, his own size, he doesn't look too good.
Well, again, we don't have a big enough sample size. The only one you could cite is the PED dude, so I'm not counting that. But who else has been his own weight?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But we'll see.
We're gonna see. That's the beautiful thing about boxing.
But we got a sample size on the 22nd. We got a sample size.
No, that don't count. Even the NYSAC, the athletic commission, said it don't count. So I'm gonna wipe that away, and I'm gonna give him room to redeem himself. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it didn't happen, but I can't respect PEDs, man. That's across the board. But then the racism, that's when he put too much sauce on it. That was bad enough. You feel me?